everyone, and welcome to the Sandbox. March has come to a close, meaning that the first quarter of the year is now over, and I want to hear something great that happened in your life so far this year. For me personally, I just turned 25 this past month, and my new job is going really well, so I'm excited to see what the rest of the year may bring. It's really easy to get caught up in life and the stress of things, but it's important to take a step back every now and then and just take it all in. I know I'm guilty of doing this, but you got to remind yourself of all your accomplishments and be proud of them and keep moving forward, keep working hard because it does pay off. My favorite quote I actually have framed in my living room. It's a quote by Mae West, and it reads, "I didn't say it was going to be easy. I said it was going to be worth it." There's another one of the same vibe that I really like, though I don't know who it's by, but it's this. At first, they'll ask you why you're doing it, and later they'll ask you how you did it. I like these quotes a lot. I think about them quite often. When things get tough for me, I remember that it's okay to take breaks. Breaks are necessary, but it's important to remind yourself why you started in the first place. Life is not a race. You shouldn't compare yourself to other people. Just keep your eyes on your goals ahead, and you'll get there. So anyways, this past month, the channel saw some good growth, even though I wasn't able to put out as many videos as I planned to. I had a busy couple of weeks in the middle of the month, which slowed my video output. Originally, I wanted to give you guys my ranking video for every Rick and Morty episode from seasons 1 through 4, in anticipation of an announcement or a trailer for Rick and Morty, which they did put out just last week. We got the first trailer and the release date announcement for Rick and Morty season 5. So usually they put these out in March or April, so they were right on schedule. I had a busy couple of weeks, which slowed me down, so I wasn't able to get that out to you guys. But I do have the ranking done. It will take some time to get everything set up and edited, but I should have that video out to you guys in the third week of April. Next week, I will have a book review for Daniel Green's Breach of Peace, which is his debut novella. If you don't know who Daniel Green is, he's basically the guy for book reviews here on YouTube. I actually think he has one of the biggest followings of any booktuber, and I actually got my rating system for books directly from him, so I was very excited to be able to read his first ever published book. Also planned for April is an episode ranking for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I believe we're going to get the last episode of that series in late April. So yeah, April is looking to be a big month, and hopefully these videos will help the channel out some more. Anyways, with those highlights and announcements out of the way, here is what I read in March. No surprise here, I continued my read of The Lord of the Rings with The Two Towers. I have about 50 pages left in Two Towers because I had to take a break to read Breach of Peace if I was going to get that review out next week. But I should be able to finish Two Towers and all of Return of the King in April, so you can expect that review out sometime in May. So far, I've really enjoyed Two Towers. It's a lot more exciting than Fellowship, but it still has a good amount of heart in there. There's also some really cool and creepy scenes with Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli, and also Merry and Pippin, who get separated from them and get kidnapped by orcs. But interestingly enough, Tolkien decides to tell these two main narratives completely separate. So book 1 follows Aragorn and company as the story progresses to the conflicts at Helm's Deep and Isengard. And then book 2 is entirely about Frodo and Sam's journey to Mordor with Gollum. I'll get into it more in my review, but I definitely think that there were pros and cons to that choice of storytelling. So besides Two Towers and Breach of Peace, I was able to squeeze in 2 more graphic novels for Avatar: The Last Airbender. The first one being book 2 in the series, The Search. This one follows Zuko and Team Avatar as they travel to a remote Fire Nation village in search of Zuko's mother, Ursa. The whereabouts of Ursa is one of the cliffhanger questions left at the end of the show, and I can happily say that this book and the wait for this answer is well worth it. The only downside to it is that there is no Toph in it. But lucky for us, she takes over in book 3, which is the other graphic novel I read this month, The Rift. And luckily, this one heavily revolves around Toph and another unresolved issue from the show, that being what exactly happened to Toph's parents after she left. I don't think this one is as strong as the first two, but it does have some of the best themes in the series so far, and it raises some really great questions. It also has some amazing fight scenes, and it sets up many details for the legend of Korra, but I don't want to get into too much detail. I will talk about it later in my ranking video down the line. But if you haven't read these novels yet and you enjoyed Avatar: The Last Airbender, I highly recommend picking these up whenever you can. Well, that about wraps up March for me. Let me know down in the comments below what you read or watched this past month, or even just in 2021 so far. I know we got Zack Snyder's Justice League and Godzilla vs. Kong this past month, which were both amazing, but let me know if there's anything else that you think I should check out. Anyways, that's it from me. I hope you all had a happy Easter and that the rest of April brings good memories. Thanks again for tuning in. I will see you all next time.